the Bulldozer Matt Tremont, the 8-time Deathmatch Tournament winner, the former 2-time world champion, the owner of H2O Wrestling. And if there is one podcast to listen to, that is the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Let's get ultraviolet, motherfuckers.
And good evening once again, fans. You're listening to the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. They're more than welcome to come on too anytime they want to come on.
Oh man, those girls pop good like this.
Alright.
It's a budget thing.
Let's see what he's up to.
Thank you, man, and thank you for giving me the time.
Tune in right now. And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. My guest this time, he's a man from outer space. The one and only Zero Gravity, AJ Daniels. How are you? What is this? Am I seeing cop lights? Is that an alien force in the background of me? I'm seeing lights, blue lights, blinking.
Earth. You are witnessing. Zero gravity firsthand. I will hit the Earth in 3, 2, 1, 0. Whoa! Hello, Earth. Hello. Greetings.
Greetings, man. Were you out? Would you do a Black Friday sale? Were you out?
No, man. See, in outer space is always a Black Friday sale. I don't know.
Boot and heel. Uh-oh. Lost you there again. Space. They have space connections. Technical difficulties, fans from outer space. Houston, we're gonna here we go, folks. We're back. Houston. Are we there? Houston, we are frozen in space. Oh boy. I'm thinking we need to take a break, fans, for 1 minute and figure this out. I might just have to do the audio podcast like I used to do all the time. You know what? Fans, we'll be back soon. Bear with me with my podcast as my guest is frozen in space. You know, Zero Gravity AJ Daniels is just bear with him. You know, technical difficulties do happen in space. Brought to you by outer space. I'm thinking I do an audio version of this, fans. What can I do while I'm doing something right now? Taking 5 minutes of our time.
I don't know what's
going on. Those internet connections.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, Earth, but I'm stationed. Hopefully, I found the space so everybody can enjoy Zero Gravity. I'm back.
Back in the saddle again. or not
Back
saddle.
at it,
You
brother.
don't ride a horse. You don't ride a horse in space.
Well, we have space horses, just like y'all have seahorses. We have space horses as well. So technically, you can.
Absolutely. But man, what is going on with you? How you been?
Man.
Pretty good?
Yeah, man. I guess, like I said, just trying to keep going out here and maintain, brother. Like I was telling everybody before, my internet, for everything lost up here. Like I was saying, we have you talking about Black Friday, and I don't know if everybody heard about the sales that were going on, so I'm gonna reiterate them just so everybody can rewind back a little bit. Once again, go look up Zero Gravity's merchandise. That will be at BootenHill.com. We have a Black Friday sale going on. I can't let everybody slip away with getting into it. Also, go over to OVWrestling.com. Type in promo code Gravity, all upper cases. Make sure you get that 20% off for the pay-per-view coming up for Christmas Chaos, because you never know what Zero's going to be doing. I believe last Christmas Chaos, if I remember, I became the very first ever OVW Wrestling Rush Division champion. So only fitting that, this Christmas Chaos, I do something bigger. I do something better. So tune in. You never know. You never know. You never know.
You know what? I was looking through some of your footages, and I was seeing some matches and people that you've had wrestled in the past, and I've seen you wrestle the one and only Himalaya player, Sonjay Dutt. And that's that's a guy who's I've known for quite some time in the scene, locally, and just he's a great guy all around. And look where he is now, writing names on papers, or whatever he does nowadays.
Exactly, and probably making more money than he was out here killing himself. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? It's about the brain. Just like I tell people, one of the best brains in the business, is Al Snow. He's here. He's pretty much at my disposal. You know what I mean? So you learn from who's been there, who's done that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like I always say, man, I'm always humbled and I'm always focused and ready to learn and be better than I was yesterday.
And to look back and to that match right there, you were just like fresh out of the water with like just getting ready, getting in with and Sonjay, how he wrestled, he can go, man, and just throw turns,
I believe he went for like 20 minutes, and it was freaking stellar the whole time, hard strikes, hard action. Right after that, I wrestled Leo Rush. I was a champion at the
NGW. I saw that. I was gonna say shout out to the boy Leo Rush, man. There's
you got to give it to him. We need to rerun that back now. You know what I mean? Your boy, I'm a little bit I'm thin now. I think we can go I think we can really go now, Leo. So just hey, Mr. Rush, Zero. Once again, another name I like to throw out there. A few people, I've wrestled that I'd like to maybe get another go with. People like, Myron Reed, the MLW middleweight champion.
Yes, good old Myron Reed, man.
We did a 450 drop match. So I mean, that's another person I like to, tumble with again. Ace Austin, we had a little thing up there in Bandit. I like to, run around with him too a few more times. So any promoters out there in United States, wherever, book it. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm focused.
Let me ask you this. Zero or AJ. It don't matter. Zero AJ. Zero AJ. I know. But who are you looking at? Like, who are you looking at to you would love to wrestle, man? There's so many good talents on the scene today, and I'm sure you're seeing that. And I don't know if you see the shirt that I wear. It represents Game Changer Wrestling.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of names. There's a lot of names there. I'm sure you're familiar with.
Oh yes, gosh. I mean, gosh, you just, man, I've been closest can be to this guy. I've never ever got to really meet him, but like maybe once. So somebody from right there at your hometown where you're talking about, tell them to bring me in. Let me and Blake Christian run around and tumble around. Tell them to bring me in. Let me run around with anybody. Like the sky is, it's nothing. It's endless for Zero Gravity. I live here. I'm always above. So, Blake, are you willing to defy it? I mean, anybody.
Yeah. Kyle the Beast.
Joey.
Kyle the Beast. There's
Beast.
The
I want them all. I want it all. I'm like the Street Profits, except for all the smoke. I want all of the moon rocks. I want all.
How about
If there's an opportunity, I want it.
how about there's so many names there. I could give you cheese. How about Leo Marinari, Calvin
Well,
Tankman.
that's a
Cal,
Cal.
Cal's a
Oh,
machine, man.
yeah. I think that'd be a very good clash of styles. But I mean, if that's the case, let's throw some. Bring in my partner Isaiah Broner. Let me
Okay.
in. Let the Gravity Destroyers do some. I mean, I have a partner now, and we're pretty well. Like we're 5-0 in the OVW Rush division. I don't know if people know about the OVW Rush division, but we're hard hitting. We're fast paced. We're what we call Gator. Get at that ass. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We get at it, and we get at it hard. So bring in Isaiah. Bring in Zayane. Let us kill it anywhere, any tag team out there. Like I said, I want all this. Like I said, I want all the Moon Rocks. I want all the tag team division, singles division, cruiserweight, heavyweight.
Well, guess what? They just announced for my Titan Championship Wrestling, and it was brought to us back at Mount Olympus. Also, they just put a post up. The inaugural championship is up for grabs. Challengers, all promotions. And you know who it is? He's the one and only Monster Mac from the Hit Squad.
Ooh, and where is it? And you said this is with Titan?
Titan Championship Wrestling. Yes.
Where's that based out of?
Jersey Shore. Jersey.
Great. See, man, I've never been to the north, man. Like I've been a lot of west, south, and never north, man. I think the north I've ever been, maybe either Louisville where I'm at now, or like, I guess. I've never been really north, man. So bring me up there, bro.
Get it? It's
Throw my name in. I'm ready.
Competition's out there, man, and I'm sure you've heard of that name, Monster. The heart, the heavy hitters, man. Dan Moffin, Ring of Honor, but now he's he's doing a lot more things, and my God,
Well, dude, like I said, I'm not really too familiar with the North wrestling scene, but
it's the booming.
I want to go. I want to do it all.
Let me say that the East. I'm sure you've noticed it though. Like it's game changers there. ICW, no holds barred, but that's another level. And but no, Titan Championship. We've been. I'm a part of them. Like I just want to say, I'm a sponsor, and they really show the game for like who they want to bring in. And we've just had like a main event. Like actually, we had so many good shows just recently. But like the moment that everybody was like, "Wow!" We had Leo Rush. We had. Not Leo Rush, excuse me. We had Ace Austin versus Brian Cage in the main event.
Ooh.
For a fundraiser.
Ooh.
Yes.
Like I said, I've been in the ring with Ace Austin, and he's freaking phenomenal. He's great. So I mean,
he's great. I've seen Ace. I tell you what, I've seen Ace since he wrestled in the Combat Zone Dojo, and wrestled on the main stage.
Yeah, man. Me and him rode, like I said, before he went to the to Impact, we rode around over at in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I mean, at the D1 facility for Bandit Championship Wrestling. So we killed it. We wrestled for the Future Division Championship. So trust me, I mean, I rode around with him. He's great.
Yes, he is. He's something. He's the ace. What do you say?
He's the ace in the hole.
Mm-hmm. Now, what if you faced there's another guy that's making his name known, Sean Donovan.
Sean Donovan.
Mm-hmm. Sean Donovan.
Is he from Eastern, like my area? I don't know. I haven't heard of it. Yeah, man. Like I said, I've been so focused on Zero and outer space, but I'll look him up though. I'm always if he wants a challenge, like I said, anybody. Opportunities.
How about the division? Ooh. Shout out to. Ooh, the division. Shout out to my friend Benjamin King and the manager of the division. Ooh.
Oh,
they're and also another tag teams. Really, they're popular tag teams, man. They go by Primal Fear.
Yes. Gravity Destroyers. Bring them in. Bring us in. Me and Isaiah Broner. Bring us in.
Gravity, yeah.
Power
Uh-oh.
of the 7 Mile High Destroyer, and you got the man that gravity never knew. So I mean, how
Uh-oh. We're losing you in outer space. Hold on. Fans, this is what happens when you go to outer space. Outer space is frozen.
am I back?
You're back in the planet. I think you are.
Okay. But actually, like I was saying, man, my partner's actually based out of freaking Detroit. So he's up that way.
Okay.
Bring him in. He's a beast. Bring him in. Like I said, Isaiah Broner, hit him up. We're there. We're there. We're taking over every tag team division that we can land at. We're taking it over. Every one of them.
I know, and you know, I'm proud of you for being on the OVW because that's a big step, buddy. That's a big, you know, what I mean, that's a hard step to get into that domain of, you know,
yeah. Like I said, and you know, we run a combine and everything, but I mean, like I said, you're right, bro. Like Al has like put us on so many different platforms, from Roku to Amazon Prime to Apple TV to. We're over in India and we're over in all different kind of. We're national, you know, international now, not just, you know, just not national TV. We're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's an opportunity to be seen by people that you never even know who could be watching. You know, live TV on Tuesday nights, tapings is on Saturday mornings, and U2 America, and just everywhere. Just it's mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? Like opportunity knocks. You either open the door. It's like what is it? Fight or flight is what they say. You either stand and fight, or you run, or you run like flight.
Yeah. And like I said, like I said, all the wrestlers also, you're out there to show people who you are, and it's not for the money. It's not for the money. It's for the fans. It's for what
passion. The passion, the love for the actual sport itself. To me, it's not only just for the fans, it's for the actual love of the profession of the sport, to take my time out to actually want to learn and study it. You know, as in people want to be in the NFL, people want to be in the NBA. To do that, who do you study? If you want to be the best guard there is, who do you study? Michael Jordan. If you want to be the best, and Kobe Bryant, that's two of the best that you'll ever think of. If you want to play football, and who do you study? You study people like Brett Favre and people like you know what I'm saying? Like that's who you study. So I mean, to me, you have to study what you do. You have to take your time and your craft to make it your profession, to perfect your profession. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. Also, growing up, what was it like for you as a wrestling fan? Like growing up watching wrestling? Crazy.
I can't say growing up, because I still ain't grown up. I still watch it to this day. Like I said, you know, I'm still that big kid. I'm still that big kid that be sitting up here with popcorn watching every pay-per-view. Like, oh gosh, no, he didn't. Trying to predict what's gonna happen. Like that's always been me. And I you know what I mean? Like that's what me and my granddaddy used to do. We used to sit there and watch Monday Night Wars, WCW, WWF, flipping back and forth. Oh snap! Well, you know what I mean? So I was born and raised into the wrestling business. I guess you could pretty much say, just coming from a small town back in North Carolina. I didn't think it was really an opportunity for you to actually make it to this stage. You know, to actually to actually have it in your mind that you can do this for a living. See me, tell me I don't got to work every single day. I ain't got to worry about where my next meal is coming from, because I know for a fact that I'm gonna be wrestling next Tuesday. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just different. You know, it's to know that you can actually do and make it by just doing this, doing what you love to do. You know what I mean? My mom always said, if you have fun if you enjoy your job, son, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. You know, I mean, who'd you like? Who were you like? Junkyard Dog? Who was like everybody? I'm sure like every guy in the roster, like everybody. Yeah, like guys, every character really.
Some people I looked up to when I was growing up. Believe it or not, crazy to say, freaking Al Snow. I love freaking the head gimmick. What does everybody want? Of course,
yes,
you know, like okay. So let me see. Number 2, you know, I love Rob Van Dam. He pretty much introduced the high flying stuff that I like to do into the actual WWE. He brought it. I mean, of course, my third one, Jeff Hardy, he actually started me in the wrestling business, believe it or not. That's how I actually got my first point finger of who I should go talk to. So Jeff Hardy, those are my top three right there. Like I love those three.
Yeah. And of course his brother.
but I've never really met Matt. I like Matt I like Matt's character, but I actually personally met Jeff Hardy at a show a TNA show. I played semi-pro football. I was like 250 pounds. I was a pretty big guy. It's like, hey man, what do you do? I told him. He's like, hey, you should be a wrestler. Like, I love wrestling, but I'm from the beach. There's no wrestling at the beach. He was like, no, you're a liar. Like, oh, me? I'm lying. Prove me wrong. He said, you go talk to that guy right there. Little did I know, it was Randall Brown who made the freaking hot spot rings. He innovated the 6-sided ring for TNA Impact Wrestling. Like, how did I know this stuff? I didn't know that. Yeah. That's how I got my break into the industry. You know what I mean? So I got to love the people who guided me along the right way to put me to where I am today.
That's good. That's good. Because, there's so many people nowadays. It's like, you know what? Okay, we don't need you.
Right.
Yeah, on TV, but you know what? Your dreams you never know. You never know where you're gonna be. AEW, WWE, NXT. This and that.
Give me Impact. Give me anything. Anywhere. I just want it. I want it.
The Hollywood wrestling, NWA or whatever that wrestling, and
what is Hollywood Championship Wrestling?
MLW, of course.
I'm actually MLW. Check all these places that he's saying. Y'all check y'all inbox. It's time. It's time for me to get there. I'm getting there, and I'm getting there quick. So,
zero. Your shuttle is rising. That's it, to the top of planet Kryptonite.
Big shout out also to David Rolano over at Booten Hill. You can never ever go wrong with
good old Boot. That guy is such a inspiration, man.
That's my brother, man. That's my brother.
We got to get. I'm gonna actually have him on my podcast for December's Christmas special, first day, December 1st.
Brother, man, me and him. I've been in with him since he started. You know what I mean? Like I've been in it for going on 9 years. When he started, I was pretty much one of the first persons he made his stuff for. You know what I mean? Like that's like my brother. Like matter of fact, this is probably the first actual piece of wrestling merchandise Booten Hill ever produced ever. So I mean, since day one,
we got to do some swaps. We'll have to do some swappage.
Definitely, man. I got shirts. Booten Hill, we got shirts. We got leggings,
we got everything. We got it.
Basketball shorts. Think it, dream it, we do it.
Yeah, I know. Not even know that we're all Al Snow. Shout out to Colorado.
Like David said, we're bringing the fans to the mat.
Bringing the fans to the
mat. I'm right here, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
hey, that's a dude bringing the fans to the mic.
It is. We haven't. You know what? Let me see if anybody's even talking in this chat room. Anybody talking in the damn chat? No, that's silent chat. That's what we like sometimes. Okay, whatever. Weak people tonight. Why are they not speaking? Speak.
Anybody want to talk with Zero? Speak with me. Holla at your boy. I know my outer space connection might be a little jacked up, but holla at your boy.
Yeah, he's my guest tonight, fans. I mean, what do you want to know? I mean, we've been talking. We're talking a lot of stuff, and if you had to go back in time and wrestle one of your favorite wrestlers growing up, who would have been? Oh man,
that's a good one, man.
I could see you facing Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
It would have to be probably Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan.
Right.
How can you ever go wrong with? Or the other, I would get this dream. I would never have this dream match. Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
Don't me.
Rest in peace. His last
Gracious.
Performance.
Man.
God bless him.
Yes.
One of the craziest guys in the business. He's been there.
Baby, just like they said, he's one of those constants, one of those things that you can always depend on. That good old one that you, it don't matter, he's gonna go out there and deliver.
I was watching, last week? Right before the pay-per-view. Fans, hang on a second. Lost connection. Wait for it. This is what happens in space travel.
Why I keep losing it? No clue why it leave, because it didn't lag, it didn't beep, it didn't do nothing. I was just gone, and I'm back live.
Back in space again. But like we were saying about Undertaker before the lag. We're talking about Undertaker.
I was saying that he's like what? Oh, sorry. I was saying
bless
he's
you.
Like he's. Oh, I was about to talk to you. Said, don't bless me. No, don't bless me. Gosh, it's coming again. But I was saying Undertaker. He's one of those constants. You know what I mean? So one of those things that you always know for a fact. No matter how bad your night is going, no matter how good of a wrestler or person that you are, he's going to bring you up to his level, no matter what. He's going to elevate you. And he's going to boost you, no matter who you are.
Right.
He's going to make you. He's going to put you there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a real boost.
He is. He's crazy. He's had a good. He had a good run, and I just was. Before we got the lag. Also, I was telling you, I just got to see before Survivor Series. I was on Instagram Live, and I was looking on the feeds, and there's Snoop Dogg and Undertaker talking to each other. That was
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg, the one and only, the OG. Bow wow wow.
I ain't seen that. I ain't seen that one. I ain't seen that one.
They got.
I got to check that out.
Yeah. But a great conversation though. Really, they just he's talking to him and Snoop Dogg was chill. You know what I mean? Like he was really listening to him.
Snoop Dogg, brother. Come on now.
I know. Well, of course he was blazing though too. So
Snoop Dogg, come on now, brother. I'm waiting for Louisville to pass that law. I'm just waiting for the United States just to be like, who's ever died from smoking marijuana? I'm just saying. You don't speed when you're high. You slow down. You don't run red lights. You stop at stop signs. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you stop at green lights. You don't run them. Like, what do you mean? Like I don't know nobody who's ever gotten high and said, I'm just gonna run straight to that tree. No, you'd be like, oh gosh, that tree's too close.
New Jersey.
I need to stop.
Well, New Jersey's now in the system.
Yes, sir. I was just in Colorado a few years ago, and it was the best time of my life. You walk. I mean, they got laws and stuff on it, but the laws are like you don't see nobody going around this do crazy stuff. You see people happy and McDonald's.
Yeah.
Hey, bud, how you doing? Yes, haha.
Yeah. Hold on, I got something for you, pal. In the corner. Hold on, I got a little special for you. But man, I miss those days. But yeah, besides the weed, that's nothing. What do you like to? What's your regimen for food? What's your favorite go-to food? What's your favorite cheat meal? How's that? Like with cheat meal after a match or after a workout that you really want something that's like, I know there's that one food. There's always the food.
I could. Okay. Gosh, it's a taco truck right here beside my.
No shit.
And man, you get 3 tacos for like $8. And when I say tacos, one taco is literally 2-3 tacos. So really, you get like 12 tacos for like $8. Already cooked, right. Seasoned, cilantro, everything you want on it, just there. You know what I mean? Like I could take 3 of those tacos, eat them like the rest of the night, have me one in the morning if I want to. So I mean, my taco truck is definitely my cheap go-to, fattening, don't matter what I'm eating tonight meal.
Right. But of course, a nice pasta meal too. Don't forget, you
can't never go wrong with some chicken Alfredo
or a nice steak, chicken. Yeah,
Well, I'm a big chicken Alfredo and type pasta person. Like, so if it's gonna be pasta, it's gotta have my I'm not really big on tomato sauce. You know what I'm saying? So pizza and all that, you lose me. I mean, it's just you lose me.
Right. Yeah, it's like going to New York, man. Forget about it. These days, pizzas in the city stacked high. My God, you know,
Oh man, give me a Philly cheesesteak. Give me a cheesesteak. Give me something like that.
give me Philly's cheesesteak. Straight from Philly. Right from the best. Geno's or Pat's.
Oh, dude, I've never, like I said, I've never been. So if I could
You
really
know
go to
what?
Philly and get a Philly,
You know what? Did you? I saw on the news. I was reading the internet, and they're trying to GoFundMe the arena. They're trying to GoFundMe. It's going downhill, I guess.
shoot.
The ECW arena. I know. Why? Why? I don't know. Is it like
I mean,
because of
it's,
COVID? Is it because
it's
of the?
WWE property. I don't see how. Like,
That's not. It's no. It's actually it's
I mean,
independently. I think it's independently owned. To be honest with
oh,
you,
I don't know.
because
I
because
thought
if you look at
WWE took it over
because
because it
it
was
because if you look at the logo, it says 2300 Arena. Nowadays because Impact's been there, CZW's been there, uh, other promotions as well.
Yeah, okay. I think I lost you, but I'm back. But yeah, that's right. I just thought about it. Did Lucha Underground do a season there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a whole bunch of shows
Okay.
done
Yeah, okay.
been there.
Oh man, I didn't
Ring
even
of
know it was
Honor.
going down, man. Right?
I
Yep,
know. I
yep, sure
just saw
did.
that. Like, I'm
That's
not. I'm
crazy.
not paying for it. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I mean, I would pay to watch the wrestling. I've been there for so many
Right.
shows. You know,
Well, I mean, I would
but I
just do it
never,
just because
never.
of the history of the building.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The history of the ECW. I wish I was there for the original stuff, but I was not. I had friends
Me,
who. I've had friends who've gone, and I've had wrestlers who've died. I'm.
right.
You know.
Oh man, well, like I said, I've never actually been that way, man. I've
Mm,
stayed down my way, and the East Coast is the way it usually is, man. Other than outer space, East Coast is where it's at for me. Like Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. I mean, Kentucky,
mid
man.
south. Mid
Yeah,
south.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, like I said, I'm always willing to travel. My gear bag is literally packed right here on the other side of my door. So I mean, I'm always ready. Always.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Absolutely, man. You know.
Well,
Oh,
what
what do you
time
say?
is it? What time is it on Earth?
What time is it? I don't even know. It's like it's 8:39.
Oh, okay. Boy, it
Eight.
feels so late in outer space right now. This
Always
time
is.
change is killing me.
Yes. Yeah. I'm on my vacation break for a while.
Oh, well, I need one of those so badly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then
And I
again,
got
like
to
I'm
be.
one of those people where if I take a break, I feel like you get forgotten about. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where you necessarily can't take a break. You got to stay relevant to the world. 'Cause if you ever lose that relevancy, what does it take to get it back? Like look how long it took you to get it. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
I really don't get a break from the wrestling. Because and I
yeah.
can't say that I want to. My body probably would be like, yeah, AJ, you could take a break. But my
Mm,
mind is like, you miss a show, you never know who could have been watching that one show that you missed. You never know who could have been tuned in just because they thought you were going to be there, and they could have just want to see you do one thing and just show them that you can do this. So I mean, I
mm.
always try to do the drives, be there.
Let me ask you this. I always throw this question to wrestlers, and it's a fun question. Worst heckler experience ever of a fan, or some sort of like altercation with a fan.
Mm. I think I won't take it there. I think I'll let my fans stay my fans. I don't want to call them out and then they recognize who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just know that it is some stalkerish fans out there. I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just like you might not think that you're somebody to the world or think that you're somebody to somebody, but there's somebody out there who think that you're more than what you think that you are. So I mean, you just always be. To me, I just always try to be humble. You know what I mean? Like I try
Mm-hmm.
not to. Usually, I'm a good guy, and I try to stay that way. I usually kiss babies, not show my heels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to be that way. It's,
I make money. I make money on my merch.
that's it. Put food on the table.
Exactly. Hey, closed mouth don't get fed, so I got to be that.
What
That reasoning.
What's the worst injury you ever had, or scariest injury, or some sort of like mishap in the ring, or any kind of like you ever had like a moment where you're like, oh shit? You know?
Oh, dude, I've had maybe 1 or 2 concussions in the ring. I've freaking fractured ribs in the ring. I've been messed up before, but I mean, like, nothing messed me up more than like my outside wreck. Like, I had a wreck from outside of when I wasn't into the wrestling, and like, I fractured both sides of my pelvis bone, both sides of my both of my shins, both of my wrists, both of my ankles. So it was like being on bed rest for 3 months. I was supposed to be on bed rest for 6, but being on bed rest for 3 months, that's one of those things that where you lose your relevancy. Like at the time, that's when I was wrestling like Sanjay Dutt, Theo Rush, and I had just freaking wrestled the Maestro from WCW. I mean, like I was doing it. I mean, that's when I got into a wreck, and like I said, lost that relevancy and got down on myself. And it took me a few years to get back to knowing like exactly what I do and why I'm here. I mean, like it's a reason. It's a reason. It's not just because I want it. It's because that I put my all into it. I put my hard work, my dedication, my heart, my passion. I put it all into this thing. I mean, this is my calling. This is what I have. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Your blessing. Yep. You're blessed, and it's a good thing. And I'm proud. We're
show
all
people.
proud
You know what I mean? Show people. It don't matter where you necessarily come from. It's not where you started that race at. You might start that race at the lowest place of this mountain. But if you finish that race at the top of this mountain, you accomplished something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Also, out of this, AJ, we get friendships, and we for a long time, which is a pretty cool thing about wrestling too. Like this, we'll be friends forever now. We're like locked. That's it. It's I mean,
exactly. And that's why I tell people, man, like I got blood that ain't family and family that ain't blood.
Mm-hmm.
Take it for what it is. David is my brother. I probably got one other person in my life who is as closest to me when it comes to like a brother, when it comes to people I can call when I need to talk, or people that I ain't got to worry about no judgment, no backlash, no using what I tell you as a weapon somewhere down the road. You know what I mean? He's there. He's real. What you see is what you get. You don't like it? That's your problem.
Because you know what? We're also proud of him because he's be all you can be, and
And he'll have your back to the end. I mean, if he believe in you, you got a damn lifelong friend who will stick up for you to the end of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the way you got to be in this business. You can't worry about. Like me personally, I don't care about what Joe's pie look like. You promised me this piece of my pie. As long as my pie there, I don't care about Joe's pie. I don't care about Ron's pie, Tom's pie, Dick's pie, anybody else. As long as my pie is there, I don't give a damn about the rest of the pie. Make sure my pie there that you promised me.
It's not about the locker room drama and this and that and marks on this and internet, social media. It's not all about the. You know what I mean? We know how it is. It's a world that's just going to be, that's forever. But they need to grow up. But
and I see you got the brand on here, collar and elbow. Okay,
that's right. I got to save 10% when you purchase collar and elbow deathmatch wrestle.
Okay.
Yeah, we got some company.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir.
Like I said, I work. Like I said, I work close with the man, the myth, and the legend himself, Mr. Snow. So real familiar with the collar and elbow brand. I promote that too to the fullest. Always.
I had a picture of him somewhere in my room, or all my pictures somewhere of him.
Dude, you should definitely come on down, man. Sometime. We always got something going on. Every Tuesday night, we have Saturday night specials down here. I mean, always, bro. Like, it'd be great to have you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on down, talk, and interact, network with some people.
Absolutely. That's why I want to have you come down here, Lee. Come down to the 2021. When we're really back in the set, but wrestling's still going. Wrestling is going on. I mean,
wrestling, it ain't dead.
It's not dead, man. It's and as you've seen, Game Changer Wrestling, shout out to them because they've done it through the cause too, and they just shut down for new. I guess they just closed their show for Nevada, Vegas. They just closed that out. No, they can't do it there, but they'll be in the GCW Performance Center which is really cool. I won't mention
Oh,
names. I
I
won't.
didn't even know.
Oh,
I didn't even know about that.
yeah, that's the original compound. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that up? Is that up your way? I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a
Interesting fact.
little
Interesting.
mystery hole in the wall. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's gonna be pretty sweet, bro. Like I said, and we still doing it too every Tuesday, even though we don't have fans necessarily right now. We still got live TV broadcasting that we still have to do. You know what I mean? So, hey, where there's a will, there's a way, bro. We got to, just like you said, wrestling is not dead, which means that we have to keep it alive. We are the driving force that's behind keeping this pro wrestling thing still here. Us on the indie scene, us on the big stages, up everywhere.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna ask you this: do you have any friends that are currently on the scene that I probably know of?
On the indie scene or the big scene?
On the scene, on TV,
Oh,
maybe.
Man.
Everybody.
I've named a few of them. So Madman Fulton is one of the good guys. Booten Hill, he's with us pretty much. So it's I got a few friends out there, I'd say, but it's. I'm the type of person where I don't like to use my friends as my leverage. I want them to focus on what they. I want them to focus on what they have to do. I'm not the type of person to dwell on what I don't have.
Reach for that bronze. That bronze, that gold. That gold
exactly.
is what those double belts, the one belt, When's the last time? Let me ask you this: when's the last time you held a title? Titles.
Wow.
Or title.
Wow.
Or a title.
I think my last title. It's been a while. During the pandemic, I really did too much like title shots. So actually, my last title would be the Rush Division title for OVW, which I lost it back in like February. So to be honest, I'm looking to recapture something soon. If it's not the Rush title, it'll be the Tag Team Division titles at OVW. If it's not that, I'm always looking for a title opportunity, and I'm looking for a title shot anywhere I go. I'm always willing to bust ass and show why I am the man that gravity never knew. You know what I mean? I'll show why I belong.
Have you have you ever done intergender matches?
No, I've actually did one.
Yeah.
But like you were just talking, you little hole in the wall. I have something big planned coming up. Where all ladies on the wrestling scene be aware. I'm it's in the works. Just be ready for what's coming. Just be ready. Because I'm about to unleash a monster on everyone that no one really knows about. A little hidden gem that I've been keeping right here until it's time to just throw that gem out. So now as you say something about intergender, Danny Mo for Scott, the international superstars, any male-female duo out there who wants to go, shoot Zero Gravity a message, and I think that we just might can do some business. And then I'll bring my hidden gem out when it's time. When it is time.
Well, maybe you could do it for the intergender. Oh man, it's too late now. It's December already. I would have had you in the hat for the intergender bonanza number 7, maybe number 8. You never know.
Oh, so Stan Styles. He's a part of the Boot family.
He's a good person, man.
Yeah, Sizzling Stan. Oh yes.
Not only him, but I'm sure you heard of Happy Hour.
He's Booten Hill.
Good guy right there, Brew Man.
Come on. Hey, these Booten Hill people, bro. That's family. When it comes to the Booten Hill family, that's when it comes to Booten Hill, we're just not an organization. We're just not a company that sponsor wrestlers. We're just not a merchandiser. We are a family. You know what I'm saying? Like we stick up for one another.
I'm a family now. I'm the newest member of the family. Come on.
I know it. We keep each other in the heart. It don't. I'm always pushing my Booten Hill members to get better. Never to stay where they're at. Never to be complacent. Always push to be better. If you can, even if it ain't nothing but a centimeter of a step towards being better, push to be better. Bust ass. Show people why you're here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason that we do this. David is not busting us behind, boosting our post and keeping us relevant. We have to do the same. You know what I mean? Like this is
absolutely.
That's why you got to put in the work.
That's why. What do you see? I have logos. I got this. I got that. If you look at this little you're wondering what this Podcast City Network thing is, right there, Podcast City Network, it's two guys out of Florida who are independent guys who they just grew on more networks. We do pop culture, we do horror, we got sports, and their sports is high rated right now, my friend. They're like one of the best. They're like the 1,000th, like over 1,000 subscribers. Yes, it's it's a team. We're all a team, and it's
see that's where people go get confused with. Is they just get so complacent and worried about self that they're willing to do anything for themselves, even if that means bringing someone else down. You know what I'm saying? And that's a bad thing. You shouldn't worry about, like I said, about the whole, bringing the whole back up, about the whole pie situation. You shouldn't worry about what my piece of my pie looks like. I bust my ass for my piece of my pie. You worry about what your pie look like, and you bust ass to get your pie bigger is what you do. Like, that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as, damn, why is his pie so big? Obviously, he's doing something right to make his pie so big. So now what do I have to do? I want my pie to be that big. I got to bust my ass to make my pie that big. Not worry about him and his pie.
Yep. Yeah, but you know what? You look back, and I look back at my career of being a podcaster. What first season was horrible when I first started 1 year ago, or whatever it was. Yeah, you get nice equipment and you do it up, and look where you are. Yeah, 4 years later,
the set looks great.
4 years strong and growing. And
the set looks amazing, bro. Like I feel like I don't know, like I like the setup, brother. Like I said, like you said, when you first started, I probably wouldn't be able to tell it's the same podcast.
Dude, just a curtain above my door.
Hey, what's those saying? Perception is key.
I have one of these, but I haven't messed with one of these. I really don't use it.
Hey, perception, bro. It's all about how you can make it look. You know what I mean? Like that goes a long way. If you can look the part. What's those saying? If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, 9 times out of 10 it's a duck. Motherfucker, I could be a cat in duck's clothing. As long as I walk like that duck, I quack like that duck, and I walk and I move like that duck.
Careful! There's a tag team out there. We know it. The Ugly
Ducklings.
Guess what?
And I've wrestled all of the Ugly Ducklings, and I'm ready to quack. And if they want some of the Gravity Destroyers, there's no ducks in outer space. So we pluck them, stuck them, and then leave them where they're at. So the Ugly Ducklings, Mr. Rob Killjoy, Mr. Lance Lube, you anytime, any place, Mr. Lance and Mr. Killjoy.
Good tag team, though. Really,
I love them. I freaking love them.
I like when they do the promos with the wrestlers, with the wrestlers. Yeah, there's somebody like standing there, and they just like have to just jump on them. And
matter of fact, I can even take it. Let's go ahead and take it back to even the original ones. Let's even add Kobe Carino into the situation. Like I love all of the others. I love them. Coach Mikey, they're just great minds. You know what I mean? They're great minds into the business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually, Coach Mikey is our referees. One of our referees now. He's the assistant. He's the assistant manager of Titan. Yeah, that's his cousin. He's cousins. Yes, sir.
I did not know that, bro.
He was supposed to actually. I think one of the guys, the Ducks, were supposed to wrestle, but I guess it got canceled for. Beyond Wrestling had a show for during this collective. After the collective, GCW was in Atlantic City. I missed that. I was feeling like crap, but.
Yeah, it was definitely like I said, both of them are good. Did I wrestle Lance when I first started, and I wrestled Rob. I probably wrestled Rob Killjoy probably 8 different times, and every time is always great. Every time. We wrestled for my UIW Cruiserweight Championship. Like I've wrestled him all over the United States, all over the North Carolina, Tennessee. I've wrestled him in Georgia. Like I've wrestled him everywhere. Every time is great.
Right, that's awesome. Shout out to them guys. They're great guys. Yeah, funny.
Yeah,
funny.
Shout out to the Quackers. Shout out to the Ugly Ducklings.
Yeah, Carino.
Yeah, he's doing great. Freaking Steve. I used to work for Steve's company up in North Carolina called PWL. Premier Wrestling. I used to work for him right before he went to WWE. So like I said, I worked for Ricky Morton School up in Chuckey, Tennessee, which is the School of Morton, every Sunday 5:05. Live. Even if I'm not there, tune in. Ricky's always got something good going on. Like I said, between Ricky Morton, Al Snow, I believe I'm in the right situation. I'm in the right spot. Only thing I have to do is show why I belong in this spot. You know, I'm not just here by fate or by
Get that W. Get that
exactly.
W. That's get the
All I
W.
do is win, 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 no matter what.
That's it. You know,
Hey,
win, lose or draw, right? You know, as they always say. You know, if it,
like
you,
Eminem,
you
like
know,
Eminem say, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance, Zero.
yeah,
This
we don't even hear
opportunity
that.
comes
We don't
once in
even
a
know. You know,
lifetime.
we don't even hear that music no more, really, from that one superstar, Teddy fucking
Right?
Hart.
Yeah. Hey.
Look, he's in jail doing his time, man. Teddy, clean the hell up, brother. Just get out of
Oh
there.
yeah. You got it, bro. I mean, like I said, we're family, so we're all pulling for it. Oh,
Mm-hmm. The Hart
yeah.
Foundation. You know, come on, Teddy. Don't be.
Speaking of, I want to give a big shout out to one of my brothers that I lost into the business. One of the guys that pretty much my first out of town match I've ever had. You know, his name is Shane Martin. Rest easy, brother. Rest easy,
Mm-hmm.
bro. He was an Army veteran, and like he did his thing. Like he was very, very. His name is the Panamanian Muscle. Shane Martin. I
Mm-hmm.
want to give a big, big, big shout out, bro. Rest easy, bro. Sleep easy, man. See you again someday, big homie. Always.
You know, man, it's rough right now. And I just was reading I just read the news that let's give a shout out to the Gilbert is not doing good,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Let's
I
give it a
seen
quick.
James Ellsworth.
You know, it looks like he's in the hospital for a heart attack or something.
Yep,
Man,
James Ellsworth's the one who posted. Yeah, so yep, yep.
hmm yeah,
But
my
man,
guy
it's
Larry,
crazy.
I've seen
Yep.
it posted. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, it's crazy, man. It's
yeah, man. But
everybody's.
you,
We
like I
just
said,
have to.
you be thankful because I mean, you be thankful for what you got, man. Like I tell people, man, you and always tell somebody that if you really care about somebody, always tell them you love them because you never know who will be here tomorrow or here
Mm,
the next day, here the next second. Matter of fact, you never from one second to the next, you never know when a person's going to be here or gone. So don't wait until they're gone to tell them that you love them or give them those flowers or tell them that you miss them. Go ahead and do that shit today. You know what I'm saying? Because
mm,
tomorrow is not promised. I guarantee it. And when they're gone, there is no going back to tell them this shit. You know what I mean? You get that shit out
mm,
now. Let somebody know how you feel. Anybody. I mean, you say what you want to say about Zero, but that shit is real. Gone here
mm,
today, gone tomorrow. You take nothing for granted. You know what I mean? I take nothing for granted.
mm. Man, this was a great conversation. Let's call it a night, my friend. How's that?
I'm down, bro. And like I said, man, if you got the link and everything, if you recorded it, let me know. I'll share it and post it on all freaking
It's
sites.
done. It's
And
done.
also, one more time
Plug,
before we go off the air,
plug,
let me
plug, plug, plug,
before we go off the
plug,
air, one more
plug.
time, I want to give a big, big shout out to the Death Match Podcast, the big one. A huge shout out for having the man, the only one, the outer space alien, the outer space experience, Mr. Zero Gravity, AJ Daniels, that is. Also, big plug coming up December the 12th in Tennessee, Fight TV taping. Please be sure that you catch Mr. AJ Daniels versus Mickey Mouse in a one-on-one competition. Never ever happened before. It was supposed to happen, but you better be getting ready, Mickey. Also, this coming up Saturday, December the 5th, ovwrestling.com. Use promo code GRAVITY. Once again, that's GRAVITY. Gravity. Get your 20% off and watch me do what I do best and defy gravity. Boot and Heel, David Rolano, big shout out for making everything, doing everything, keeping Zero looking good and the outer space experience looking even better. So just be ready and be willing to defy gravity because if y'all are not, you outer space. Once again, big shout out to the Wrestling Podcast for having me.
Tune in next time, fans.
Thank you,
You'll
my
have
brother.
back. You'll be back. All
Yes,
right.
sir. Y'all have a good night.
I got so many other guys on the podcast this week too. Tune in, fans. Hey, I want to say thank you to my guest tonight. Even though we had some technical difficulties of Ground Zero, I want to say thank you for coming on the podcast. And he'll be back again soon. We wish him the best, and he's OVW is making his he's making his rounds and showing them what he's got, and other opportunities knock, and you know what, wrestling's on another level. When you're outer space to infinity and beyond, we wish him the best, and you never know he'll be seen on East Coast, West Coast, China, Japan, Mexico. You never know where this guy will show up. I want to say thank you for him for coming on the podcast. Zero Gravity, AJ Daniels. Fans, check him out. Go say hello to him at a show. Buy his merch on bootandheel.com as well as OVW and Collar and Elbow and this and that. There's so many sites that he's got merch on. Go buy it from this guy and give him a high five, give him a handshake or a pound at the show, a distancing pound. How's that? Because that's the new thing, social distance pounds. But fans, stay tuned tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on the Deathmatch Russell podcast. I'll be having the Freak pro wrestler, the Freak Draven Lee will be on the podcast. Draven Lee will be on the podcast, and at 8 p.m. Then following that at 9:30 p.m. Fans, stay tuned because I'm going to have Roma Miller on the podcast at 9:30, and on Monday night, I'm going to have Mr. Hippie himself, Mr. Hippie Love, the Hippie Man, Hippie Lifestyle, the one and only. I'm going to have James Johnson on the podcast at 8 p.m. on Monday night. Fans, thanks for listening. Have a good night. Till next time. Support Deathmatch Wrestling. Boot and Heels. As I'll have to plug it, Boot and Heel, fans. Get your merchandise. Check it out, bootandheel.com for all your merchandise needs. And wrestlers, support me, Boot and Heel. Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast is on Boot and Heel. Check it out. I got 2 shirts, more to come. Christmas is coming. Ho, ho, ho. Let's celebrate the holidays the right way. Purchase from everybody. And that's it, fans. Let's call it a night. And shout out to Podcast City Network, the one and only Podcast City Network. Good night, everybody. Till next time. Thank you for listening.
You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media: deathmatchrussell.com, follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32, and on Facebook, facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Instagram at DavidNJ36. Hey, wrestling fans, I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. 2 entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level, a symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code Deathmatch Russell Podcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and Elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion. Me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net, facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share. And on Twitter at Podcast City Net. You can hear Deathmatch Russell Podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.